Hi there booktube, it's Eleanor here, and today I'm doing a book haul. Some more books came in since the last time I did a video, so I thought I would just talk about them here. So let's get straight in. So the first one is Dream Maker, which is a Dream Team novel by Kristen Ashley. Now, I don't know anything about this. I'm not sure if I requested it or not, but it was very kindly sent to me by the publishers, and it sounds right up my street actually. It's a contemporary story. I think it's going to be dual point of view. The girl in the story is doing an engineering degree, but I think she has to work in sort of a dance, as a dancer in a club. I'm not sure what sort of club it is, whether it's sort of like a strip club or whether it's a sort of a dancer in a sort of nightclub. And then there's a boy who has his own problems and issues, and I think they meet at this club, and some sort of romance is going to come to light, and there's bound to be some obstacles that stand in their way, but it's definitely one that I'm looking forward to giving a go. Next up is The Shelf by Helly Acton. This I heard about on Carrie Hope Fletcher's channel. I think she was reading an arc of this and she was talking about it when she was doing another video, and I just thought, yes please, as soon as that comes out I'm definitely getting it. It just sounds brilliant. The blurb on the front says 6 women, 4 weeks, 1 house who will be left on the shelf. So basically this is a horrific. It's about women who are told they're going on this holiday. Our main character has a boyfriend. She thinks he's taking her on this dream vacation, and he dumps her on this reality TV show, which is sort of a Big Brother style show, and she's then locked up with these other women who are also been dumped publicly on TV, and then they have to go through these sort of horrible challenges to see who'll be the keeper and who's worth keeping. I just think it sounds horrible. But I'm hoping the women will rise up and take power back into their own hands. A book I've been hearing lots about is Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Bayron. This just sounds excellent. It's sort of a spin on the Cinderella myth. The Cinderella story is real in this world, but it happened years and years ago, and ever since then there's been this sort of ceremony where people have to go and find their own Cinderella story, and you know, have the dress, go to the ball, the glass slipper and everything like that. And I think our main character just isn't interested in that. I think she is maybe a lesbian and is interested in other things, and yeah, I think this just sounds really interesting. A really good spin on the Cinderella idea, and something a bit different and fresh, so I can't wait. I've been hearing mixed things about this one since it came out, but I love Alice Oseman's books. I've really enjoyed most of her stories. I think there's one that I didn't get on so well with, but they've all been at least 3 stars, if not higher, and this one just sounds really interesting. It's called Loveless. This is the journey of discovery, a young girl discovering her sexuality, discovering what sexuality is for her, thinking about sort of aromantic, asexual terms that are being thrown at her that she's thinking maybe they fit her. And I think this is going to be a really important book for people that haven't seen themselves in stories before, and I'm looking forward to reading it myself and finding out a bit more. The next one is a bit of a spoiler for if I take part in the is it Canada-a-thon? Which is hosted by Books and Lala, along with lots of other wonderful hosts this year. And I looked through the bingo board. I realised I don't think I've got too many on my shelf, although I've got a few, but not as many as I hoped. And this one came up in a search that I did, and I just thought it sounded really good. It's called Awakened Dreaming by Kit Pearson, and it's a puffing classic, and it's a really pretty book actually. It's about Theo and her mother. Her mother's really irresponsible. They are continually moving house. I don't think they've got anywhere stable to live, and I think that Theo then ends up going into foster care, and then it says she's adopted by this family, but then she has to leave this family again, and I think it's all about her sort of just feeling lost, feeling like she doesn't have a permanent place to be, and sort of growing up in a bit of a dysfunctional household. This one was a really great surprise because the lovely Tracy at Flamingo Reads gifted this to me as our monthly swap, and it's been on my wish list for ages, and I'd actually forgotten it was there, so it was really nice that she'd looked through it and she'd really picked carefully, and it just sounds super. It's Redemption Prep by Samuel Miller. So I think this has got sort of Riverdale-ish vibes. It's about this sort of elite prep school, and everyone there is sort of special in a certain way, and then one of the sort of main Queen Bee type girls goes missing. There's a bit of a mystery involved, and yeah, I think there's going to be lots of secrets that are uncovered. I'm not going to throw these because I'll probably hit myself on the head because there's more than one. So these three are called Witch, and I've got volumes 1, 2 and 3. They are graphic novels that I picked up in the hope that I could read them with Matilda because she's really been getting into them. We did start the first one and we've read a few pages, but I'm thinking it might be a little bit too much for her right now, so I thought I'd read them first and then come back and see you know, how she gets on with them. They might just be a little bit old for her, but it says it's about 12 portals that have opened between Earth and the dark world of Metamore, awakening the mystic veil that separates the two and protects humanity from an evil that threatens to consume it. 5 girls have been chosen as guardians to stand against this menace. Gifted with powers over the elements, Will, Irma, Tarani, Cornelia and Haylin step into their new roles and together become the force for good known as Witch. So there's 3 volumes of this, so I'll be reading this, and then if it is something that I think Matilda will like, I'll read it again with her, or we will read it when she's a bit older. And the next is 2 books as well, so I'm not going to throw them in the air because I do not want to hit myself. But they are 2 books by an author called Olivia Dade. The first one is Teach Me and the second one is 40 Love. Now I saw 40 Love on a romance channel and I think... Okay, so I've just checked because I wanted to make sure that I give them their credit. So I saw this on Steph's Romance Book Talk channel. I will put her link down below. If you don't follow her, you should. She's brilliant, especially if you like romance. And she does a collab video with different people. They collaborate and they do different sort of things. And this was in her sports romance collaborative video. And it was Isabel from the channel Happy For Now, who will also link down below because I've recently found her through that video. Recommended this one, which is 40 Love, and she said that she really liked it because it featured a plus size main character and that it was just really, really good and body positive. And so I've picked up both of these to give a go. She's 40 and is taking tennis lessons. He's a former pro and is 26, so there's sort of an age gap here, but her being the older one, so that sounds super cool. And this one is about colleagues, 2 teachers at school, and sort of a frosty beginning, but learning to sort of get on with each other. So I'm really looking forward to these. I'm hoping that I'll enjoy them as much as the other ladies did. So that is the books that I've picked up recently. Have you read any of these? What do you think of them? Make sure you go and check out those 2 booktubers that I mentioned down below because they both have great channels and they deserve your love and subscriptions, and I'm definitely finding loads and loads of recommendations through them. So anyway, I will wrap it up now and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now, Booktube.